myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day-to-day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set up, 18 Gator. Watch the slants, watch the slant. Spike.
Throwing on first down. Eason, and Diggs has it. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Check. Hey.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Looking to throw. Eason. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. First down, here's the run with Cook. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the ground, it's Cook. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
70, Indy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Now.
From the gun, Eason throwing right, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pilot, 64, weak, 2.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Ready? Check, 48's the mic. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Back.
Operating from the gun, Eason. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first and 10, Eason. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 13 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now, this is Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 42-yard line. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Watch right.
The Vikings 34-yard line.
Watch the slant. Set. 180. Mike 54. 65.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 60s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Off play action. Eason. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. On 1st down, it's Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
On the ball. Ready?
From the gun, Eason to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing is Stafford. Powers through him. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. Caught by Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford flushed out right. Now he'll let it go. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return, here's Agnew. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
11.
Here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 39 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention close.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Looking to throw on second down. Eason. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
94. 61. Matchbox lights. Go. Now.
Off the play fake. Eason. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eason. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Pilot, 64, weak, go.
On second down, this is Madison. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down, Eason. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 66 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They run, Cook, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. That one good for 21 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Stafford, it's caught. Jones. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion 1st down.
2 yards on the play.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Off play action. Eason rolling to his right. And he rifles one incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And it's third down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. It might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Leo. You go tight.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
61, match box, 2.
To throw on second down, Eason. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 22.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Watch the shit! Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
Looking to throw. Eason, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. There.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is up to 18 now. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I